From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So the Texas State Bobcats offense will get the first swing of the game. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Bobcats want to move quickly. Gives it to the back on the draw. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Back to throw, it's McLeod. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. The Sun Devils offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Gonna run it. It's Scatterbo. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll leave it with him. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Sun Devils have this offense rolling. They'll try the run. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Give to the fullback. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bill.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's McLeod. Complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to get to it. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Dropping back, it's McLeod. And they can't make the connection. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Bobcats come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the... Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's first and goal.
And the Bobcats trying to cash it in on first and goal. They'll try to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. It's caught. Able to work into the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
The Sun Devils have it with a first and 10. The give. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. The punt team makes its way onto the field. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass, it's McLeod. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. And that ball is live in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery, and you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field, and these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. He wants to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Arizona State. What a catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his own 20. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Line gets set, first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw, it's McLeod. Buys a little time. Still running at the 40. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Let's go. He's looking to throw it. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
And it's no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering.
Time to take a shot. And it's caught. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Arizona State.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the air on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they... 19. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime.
10, Texas State, 0.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
The Bobcats will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They're getting this guy lathered up. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They go to the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for room, it's Brooks. And that's a very productive first. Up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the Sun Devils will move the sticks.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
That's now the 2nd missed field goal for this guy. You have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The sure hands, it's Wilson. And the Bobcats want to pick up the tempo. It's a draw. Nice move there. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. No huddle offense to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he's got it at the 25. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a bit.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bobcats. Well, that score leaves you with a burning question. Who had that dude? Whoever it was wasn't close.
No, and the receiver was able to run right by him and get to the end zone and camp out and put up his tent and build the fire and fill up the coffee pot and just about everything else in time before the guy decided he could get remotely close to him.
On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They'll go to the ground. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Shakes off the defender. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove my...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bobcats. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arkansas State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Red Bulls. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's got it again. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sun Devils are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bobbles him up.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through. And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in a sudden change situation.
Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take them. He lost one down the sideline. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. It's a one-possession game in the fourth. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Got the quick pass. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Bobcats moving quickly to the line. The run from the shotgun. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Touchdown, Texas State. They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Brings it in down the left side. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
They're going to ride this running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Second down coming up.
3 consecutive L's, a hat trick of losses, and as a result, you can take their hat out of the ring for most of their goals.
Yep, most of their goals are done. And listen, I don't know what they do really well. This is bad. 3 losses in a row. It's not good. They got to figure something out. But it's a long season still. There's still a lot of room to find some positives, Jesse. Maybe throughout the way, there's going to be something happens that's positive.
So you're saying there's a chance. I like it. Always positive. Glass half full, David. Listen, I don't think they can fix everything in one week. I think this team needs to go back to the drawing board. They need to focus on one specific area of their football team to try to improve on and get this thing going.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.